chubby.
Hey guys, so my recording cut out there for a moment. I don't know how long it's been out for, so we're just kind of jumping right back in. But in case we weren't able to capture some of that, Bill, can you give us a quick recap of what's happened in the last maybe 10 minutes?
Yeah. Well, basically we went downstairs. We got the rifle.
We're on the last
we found
girl.
a note that said, the last girl. She lockpicked her way out of the room. She found a rifle with a note that said, like, you have to kill it tonight, which we assume is the big, handsome devil that we've been interacting with this whole time. And we went downstairs and we found, it's like a dungeon of sorts. We found a bust here, as you can see right here, of Colonel Sanders.
We've also...
but it's actually Edward.
We didn't read the letter. We're about to read the letter. And
I'm about to read the letter.
And before playing as this girl, we were playing as Amber Rose, also known as Dorothy. And we were going around the house lighting the candles. And then we heard like something shuffling upstairs. And as we started trying to work our way towards the staircase, what fell on us? I'm kind
chandelier.
Like the chandelier. That's right.
Girl.
Yeah, something was quite hefty upstairs, I guess, so that the chandelier just kind of fell and killed the girl. So that's where we stepped in.
And then the handsome devil came. Yeah, the handsome devil came and had, they played patty cake while she died, So, so we're down in the belly of the beast. We found there was a skeleton statue that we suspect will come to life later. But let me go ahead and read in Colonel Edward Sanders' voice. I've been told that the war has affected many men in interesting and terrifying ways, and perhaps I'm less exceptional than I may have assumed. Sleep comes in small, unaccomplished sessions, leaving me all the more strained in my daily life. Though I fear that my exhaustion is far from the main reason for my disconnection and lack of focus, my practice suffers. My research has all but flattened into nothing, and I may truly have nothing to show for it. I'm Colonel Sanders. For all the fears that I've had in my life would end in those trenches, I feared all the more that Juliet and I would never be able to find the solace we once had together. Through all the frozen nights and terrifying days filled with the blood and viscera of my countrymen, it was really the only thing that gave me any hope that this would all amount to something. And what of that motivation? Completely squandered. You like my voice for him?
I love it.
Proven to be as fleeting as my own fidelity. I returned from the horrors I witnessed only to feel nothing in the home I left, and comfort in the arms of but a girl in my manor's employ. Sick.
Okay.
I can't even begin to hold this weakness against Maria, and much less Juliet. But ever since I returned, there's been something in me. Something that wasn't there before. That newfound mental peculiarity may very well be responsible, as my sanity first started to prove unreliable as I began to recognize the faces of the men that were held together under my knife and the will of God during those horrible days. Some men I'd met on long voyages on the fronts, some I knew more personally. Once I'd spent well past 4 hours working on the shredded chest of a young man caught in the blast range of artillery. The operations had felt so mundane that it wasn't until I was sure we'd lost the young man that I'd recognized him to be my cousin, Garrett. I don't think I had a single tear left for him when they shipped him back here to the family burial grounds beneath my very feet. Why could I not shed a tear in the realization that I'd lost a childhood playmate, a family member, a true friend? Maybe that was all I needed before I felt the weight of the war pressing down on me, and the dreams began. There was no subtlety in the onset of these visions. They came as hard and as heavy as one can expect of a fever, but they seemed much different, much more visceral. All I could hear were voices that guided me towards something that would need to be done to save all of us. A grand solution that would save the lives of every creature. These sprawling growths of belief started to seep into my waking moments, and they've drawn back into me to my home. Sorry, I get bad at reading after it's a long time. I want to lose this, but I feel the voices are only stronger here. They've driven my madness to places I cannot stand to see myself go. They've drawn me to take the body of a young woman, to betray the only future I wanted, with the only woman I wanted it with. God help me, Juliet. Please forgive me one day. I need to find something to satisfy these voices. I need to return to my studies and save whoever it is that must be saved. I need to sleep. Sweet Christ. January 13th, 1919. This long, and I can still barely look at my beloved in her face. I draw away from her every time I need her most, as I know I do not deserve her. Maria continues to concern herself with me at every turn, and as much as I do care for the girl, I fear she must not understand my true feelings for our deed. So I hide now in the laboratory I made of our old cellar. For all the sniveling and self-loathing I've done in my self-appointed isolation, I've begun to work especially hard on this newly spreading disease from the southern of Spain. It's created a key focus on my work throughout the days, maybe even given my dreams something to focus on. Perhaps this is the cure and salvation my weary mind needs. Perhaps this is how I'll save us all. My research has been progressing as slow as one could imagine it would be for such a new field of study, but perhaps this is where my old dreams may be trying to aid me once more. It seems strange, perhaps, to give any credence to my old delusions, even if I simply try to excuse these actions as feeding a growing hole that my exhaustion has been creating. I think my dreams may actually know something I do not. Upon researching some further notes left by my grandfather, I found what appeared to be a type of blueprint that has come remarkably close to the very structures I've seen in my waking delusions. The rational part of me wants nothing more than to place my knowledge of this device as some distant memory of having seen these same blueprints in the medical studies for university. But the honest part of me knows better. My visions are becoming too prophetic for me to believe them, the simple soft-headedness of my war-shaken mind. There must be a reason why they've become so much clearer since my return to the manor. Please let this be the last page. Jesus Christ, I'm going to kill myself, Rav. I must continue delving into...
This is really interesting, though.
I know, but I'm tired of reading. I must continue delving into the catacombs below, where the old notes were held. Every indication is telling me the remnants of the machine are somewhere on the grounds, and Grandfather's old journals strongly suggest that he had them crafted for some kind of cure himself. What it truly does or how it could be expected to work is far beyond anything in my own field of studies. But if I continue to follow the development of his notes, perhaps it would all work out in the end. It doesn't even matter. Last page. The more bizarre and detached my research seems to become, the more clearly I can see the dreams again. And the clearer images they start to make. I see hints of a design, something that seems utterly alien to me, but at the same time, it has a familiarity to it, like something I've seen in much deeper, softer memories. Okay, yeah, all right. One's faded deep into the back of my mind. I just need to listen a bit closer tonight. Maybe I'll hear something clearer. March 1st, 1919. I think I've come to realize what's being asked of me.
Ooh.
Wow. Spooky.
Wow, is that all?
Dude.
I wanted more.
Dude, are they making coffee? It's not coffee.
That's
Table
coffee.
of brains. It looks like
Dude.
they're being studied.
This is some fancy hipster coffee, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Is that
This a
that
cold
brain
brew?
coffee I've been hearing about?
Various science equipment. Nothing useful. I mean, that's a bold fucking...
Yeah, I mean,
probably
it's probably
is
useful to someone, yeah.
What is this? Portrait of a man. Is it the doctor? Dude.
I don't know. I don't know. Dude, that's good.
I'm going back out here to go confront the skeleton man that's probably there.
Well, we're assuming a lot of things. That statue could have just been a statue.
I mean, it could have been, but like, why would you get a realistic statue of a skeleton?
I mean, it would be cool if it was like no longer there and it's like, oh my God, but it was a statue. Nah, it's still here.
Okay,
There's the statue,
in case
guys.
we did miss this, that's the statue that we saw.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
very realistic.
oddly realistic or whatever. Wait, go down. Yeah, go down.
Is there
here.
something down here?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, there we go.
Daddy-o. Daddy-o.
Now we're fucking with science.
Now we're fucking. Oh, another door.
My ass is my fucky.
My ass is my fucky. Dude, have you ever just like think about like that we're just like adults, you know? We got a candle. Oh, it's a light.
Oh,
This looks like first aid. Okay.
So what do you
No,
what
I
do
don't
you
need to
think?
heal myself.
Do you think he tried to bring back his cousin to life?
I'm. Hello,
Huh.
a hanging corpse. I feel like one of these is gonna like try to get to me.
I don't think so. All of these corpses seem pretty dead.
Control panel activated.
They're slightly moving
Yeah, why not?
around, but that might have been.
I
Okay.
think it's just because they're hanging.
Yeah, just because they're hanging. Okay, well, you've
Should
turned
I
something
fuck
on.
with this? Okay, it says it's on.
Okay, so good. So we'll probably be able to come across whoever the villain is in this story. Well, besides Edward himself, unless it is himself. I doubt that, though.
Yeah.
I have reason to believe it's his cousin that he tried to bring back to life or something. I don't know. Maybe absolutely off.
But there's like a lot of bodies and stuff, and like, why were there people
That's
showing
true.
up? Maybe it was like he thought he could bring people back to life.
Maybe.
And
And
was
he's
like sort of reanimating corpses.
Maybe those
Why are they
bodies were the
glassy
girls we
eyed?
were playing as.
Yeah, but they were real big.
That's true. They were pretty big.
I'm gonna go through here.
I don't know, Bill. This is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Excited to see what
I've been
happens
thoroughly
next.
enjoying this game.
Yeah, me too, man.
Run,
Run! Run!
Ron Weasley, Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley.
What's up, blood?
Just be ready to shoot.
I got that Glocky on me. It's not a Glock, but it sounds fun to say I got that Glocky on me.
Just say quack. I got my quack on me. My quack.
I got that quack on me.
That chirp.
Hey, yo, when that blicky get the clacking, when that blicky get the quacking. Loud.
This is tight. This makes me think, again, of Harry Potter, but Chamber of Secrets this time.
Yeah. The sound design is just so good on this game, man. I really enjoy
it's
it.
gorgeous.
It's simple. It's like real simple, but it's like everything's like super deliberate.
Minimalistic, but yeah, all the
Yes.
the negative space is
I
great.
do not mean that as a slight in any way.
All right, July 24th, 1922. Oh, shit, dude. Years afterwards.
Yeah.
My suspicion... So, damn, we've been reading all these other letters from years ago. What year is it now?
I thought that it was 1919, but it's not clearly if it's 1922 in this letter. So who knows how long
Yeah,
we've
that's
been
what
here.
I thought, too. Yeah, it must have been years. My suspicions... Oh, yeah, my suspicions, were not only, I suppose, confirmed, but completely validated by my final discovery last night. The zealous were less than happy to come to realize my line of questioning hadn't ceased even after several more months of my experiments. The hierarchs took to keeping me as content with the research material as possible. Does that make sense? Hopefully to keep me stimulated. Perhaps too much so to ask my questions while the radiant heat from the engine slowly cooked away my mind and warped my body. It's quite unfortunate for them that these walls are my walls and that I know where to get anywhere I need to in this manner. This is what led me to finally listening in on one of their perverse sermons. Ooh. The things these madmen ramble on about would give a man pause, but hardly make him listen far beyond that. I've been far too close to these happening for far too long to not listen, though. Listen and understand. They spoke of their great God and the machine. They spoke of how it communicates through their dreams, as it had with me, showing them prophetic visions of the future. They speak of the day the machine is finally fed the blood of the last innocent. They speak of the blood-red sky opening to their lords, the convergence of the two worlds, the legions of our fallen that will return to herald in the reconnection of the true world to our own, and the slaughter that will fill every city of man, and that their own bodies will begin ascending in their holy vessels. Sounds chill. Mm-hmm. Everything I've been seeing has been given a new context, and I realized that I had been betrayed. Every single thing the entity had told me had been a means to complete the bridge. Cain's terrible staircase to his gods. Were I a weaker man, perhaps my mind would have been so gone as to this news meaning nothing to me, but the truth is before my eyes. I will bring the devil to this world if I allow the machine to continue running. The more blood I spill, the closer I get to ending it for all of us. I think it's the machine we turned on.
Yes, I believe you might be correct.
The maniacs seem to have yet to notice me. The maniacs seem to have yet to notice how suspicious I've become, which will work to my advantage. It will take no time to disable the devices that power this hellish engine, and hopefully even less time to destroy it. My body may be changing the same as all the others, but my strength is far from gone. If I can truly dismantle the device, then I may have some chance at salvation. This will take some time, but if I am left to my devices as I have been, then I will have the time to tie up the loose ends that may be left in this research and plan for safe passage of my darling Juliet. Oh God, Juliet, my wife. How I betrayed her. If she still even resides in this hellhole I have created for us, then I must tell her the truth. Seek some kind of forgiveness. Though my acts may have all been as evil as any lunatic's, let it never be said that I stopped loving my Juliet. I will save her from this future. I will end this all myself. I just need enough time to put this in motion. Is motion, it says here. Please wait for me. My love, let me be the man you know I am. To the care of Dr. K.H. Hauser.
Okay.
Okay.
Sick, dude.
Dude. There's a lot of medkits throughout this game. Makes me think that there's going to be a whole lot of fucking.
I mean, you'd think.
Well, you've turned the machine on, so any moment now, I expect something to pop up.
Yes.
Do you need to go turn it off again, do you think?
Nah, man. I got that blicky.
You do, but I wonder what the game is trying to tell us. Whatever. Let's just continue exploring. It's been pretty fun.
We don't even know if that's the same machine. That could be something else.
That can be. You're right.
I don't hear like a crazy hum.
Yeah.
I don't feel a heat.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right.
Or even a skeet. Oh, see, we got another thing. Let's do it. Going all in, baby. Anything over here? Ah, we got another fucking letter. Okay. Okay, October 1st, 1919. A couple years before the other one.
Okay.
Months of trials, months of failures, months of that infernal voice pushing itself deeper and deeper into my brain. With each failed test, the being seems to grow more and more impatient, not being able to figure out how to communicate its help to me, wanting a chance to get its hands on something uniquely corporeal. What does that mean? Corporeal? I don't know what that word means.
Corporeal, I guess.
The long, dried, and mangled corpses of my ancestors produced very little in the way of true results. The bodies attempting to move, moaning, cracking. At first, I thought the enfeebled material was the reason why the being could not occupy them for very long, but as we moved further into the more presently dead, the results did not seem any more promising. It can't seem to focus on any one corpse long enough to keep a sustained connection, much less apply anything that resembles communication skills. And before too long, it's as if the body simply loses its connection, I guess. I don't know. Trying to scream in agony before its flesh or lack thereof folds down into another broken pile. In my desperation, I even turned to cousin Garrett. Everything about the boy looked withered by all the time in the dark decay. There was a moment that I couldn't even see the surgical scars that I'd left him with. It was almost cathartic in a way. That catharsis was truly ruined, however, when I brought him within range of the machine. Like all the others, it took mere moments before he started moving. Unlike the others, he refused to stop moving. Garrett's convulsions slowed after mere moments before he began to rise. Sitting up for a brief moment, it's almost as if I'd had my cousin back. The illusion was quickly shattered when the shrieking began. Not uncommon for any of these attempts, but something about it was so much closer to a human, yet so much further away. Then, to all of my surprise, the creature that was Garrett began shambling upward, moving towards the stairs. I was as excited as I was terrified. There was something here that I had not expected, something much more. In my disbelief, I'd ignored his movement ever closer to the exit of the basement. Soon he was pulling at the door, attempting to find his way to the world above. I didn't know what to do, and he began to mash against the heavy wooden barrier. It was almost no time before his howls began again. I knew it was a matter of time before the rest of the manor would be alerted to the beast. I did my best, in my panic, to turn them away, but I had no means of removing the creature, its strength somehow greater than anything the withering body should have been able to produce. In my desperation, I took the only things I could think of that would be able to stop him, my old service pistol. It took more shots than any man ever could to finally put it down. No more twisting into a discarded flesh, no more crumbling into the same old set of dried skin and bone. This corpse returned to being a corpse. I had to let Garrett down to his rest, yet again. This will all be worth it in the end. It has to be.
So,
December 1st, 1920. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was just going to say, seems my theory of him, experimenting on his cousin turned out to be true. It turned out to be real. Also, the shrieking noises he was describing? I was wondering, was it the second or third day when we were playing as the girl that went through the labyrinth? I think it might have been the second day. The maze to go grab some stuff. I don't know if it was in the maze or another day. We heard you were saying, you described it as a synth that was reverbed and pitch shifted. To me, it sounded like a woman screaming or a girl screaming. I wonder if that was meant to sort of represent that. Maybe the first girl from the first night was being experimented on. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, that very well may be it. Especially because it sounded kind of inhuman,
Yeah, exactly.
So generally, what I'm picking up so far is he's created some kind of machine that when a corpse is brought near it, it will
reanimate
it, depending on like how fresh the corpse is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand like why Garrett was more, his cousin got more, like actually became like he could walk around and stuff. I don't know exactly what that is, but I don't really know how this ties in with this like religious cult or whatever, but it's very interesting for sure. So December 1st, 1920. My research has started to stagnate. The resources are drying out, as is my patience for these repeated failures on the same decrepit meat I've been forced to abide with. The voices have gotten clearer than ever, trying to guide me in a particular direction that I've been managing to fight off for so long. Why are the sins I've filled my life with the last few years not enough for this being? Why does it think that the corpses and parts that I've been forced to work with, manipulate, aren't good enough? The failures to keep a host alive long enough is more than obvious now, and I fear I have no other option but to give in to its alluring promise to finally end this expansion. I will need a living host to continue this work. Perhaps at one point this may have shocked me to the point that I would leave this mad research, or this mad search behind, I guess. But perhaps it knew that and kept this knowledge from me just as long enough to hope my drive would get me past such a moral hard block. Perhaps me knowing this has given me a sort of split that I can escape to in my reasoning, but every time I'm forced to look at that painting of the bastard Cain sitting in his lab, staring down at me as if he always knew I'd never succeed his work. Never succeed, sorry.
Yeah.
That he always knew I'd never succeed his work. I feel just that little bit of pride push me past the barrier that would hold my dream to the realms of morality. Thankfully, the being has provided me something more than adequate to satiate this hunger. For the better part of so it's getting that. I think that painting was of Cain, whoever that is.
Yeah, we thought it was Edward at first, but
but it didn't really look like the Colonel, the good Colonel Sanders that we saw.
But didn't look like exactly the bust.
Yeah, for the better part of the last year, I've heard from the staff, and what little I do hear of them, that strange groups of men have been congregating and asking to see me. My work has been far too important to spare them this time, but thanks to this recent break in my research, having been held up for some time, I was able to speak with the ringleader of this growing army of confused zealots and, in this, have learned of their reasons for being here. They know of the being, and they need my help to contact him. They treat me as if I'm some kind of foretold prophet, which is a position, however laughable, that gives me a level of control over this bizarre situation. When I suggested that I may need to the head zealot, he seemed almost pleased to offer me exactly what I was asking for, a short, steady supply of living subjects to continue to use as catalyst for the research. Interesting.
Okay.
Perhaps this will do as little good as it always has, but I believe that all of my questions will soon have answers. We've been using the hidden entrances to accommodate as many of these subjects as possible for any number of tests. The young, the old, the strong, and the infirm. All the subjects only have one thing in common, and that is that they are more than willing to do whatever it may take to see this being into our world. I can't be certain how much of the being's words I can actually take to heart, but I know that this may be all I have left for my research. Perhaps the answer I finally seek is within grasp. Interesting.
Interesting. So we're definitely in the process of trying to turn this machine on, right? We've already turned 2 parts.
Yeah, I'm thinking
on.
I'm thinking that is something that we're doing.
But we're doing so with the intent of killing it tonight. Do you think Edward was the one that left the message for us?
Maybe. I was thinking that it was Juliet at first.
Oh, yeah, it could have been Juliet.
Yeah, but I don't know. Let's see. Anything in here? I get in here? No.
Doesn't seem like it. No. Okay.
This is a big.
It's a long haul. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go on. Yeah.
Suicide.
I think this is where I came from. I might be wrong. I am definitely wrong.
Okay, this is interesting.
Is that somebody over there?
That's what I'm thinking to myself, but they're motionless. Maybe a statue? Nope, that's someone. Don't shoot yet, maybe? Is that Amber Rose?
Hey.
I was right, it is.
Dorothy, are you okay? Oh.
Shoot her.
Shoot. Damn, bitch.
Damn.
Where'd she go?
She's behind you.
Fuck. Run.
You got the run button, right? Run. Yeah, get in the position where you can... yeah, there you go.
Got her once.
Headshot. No.
Damn, man.
God damn it.
Am I out of gun? Am I out of bullets? I'm out of bullets. Get.
Okay, run.
Get. Go, run. I'm about to die. I am about to die.
Run,
She is about to kill.
run.
She is about to kill. God damn it, bro. Damn, man.
Damn, dude. You didn't kill her. You died.
I ran out of bullets. Fuck, dude.